And you're good.
Alright, welcome back. We're live at Comic-Con San Diego 2018, and I'm here at Tweeterhead's booth at 5550. So come on down. We're doing a signing right now with Tom Gilliland, creator of Court of the Dead, and the famous artist Olivia, who did this very beautiful Gallivarbe Eviscerator. We have here just a few copies left of the 15-piece, extremely limited edition artist-proof series. So let's talk with Tom and Olivia a little bit about this gorgeous painting, this beautiful print. Tom, who is Gallivarbe and what is she doing in this composition?
So Gallivarbe is one of the key Court of the Dead characters. She works for the Queen Gethsemane, the Queen of the Dead. She started her mortal life as a Thracian spy in sort of Roman times or whatnot, facilitating all manner of intrigues for the powers that be, until ultimately those that she had served so faithfully betrayed her and finished her off. And in that moment, Death, the All-Taker, who's always looking for specific souls that can best aid his rebellion against the great betrayal he's facing, saw a commonality in her spirit, her ferocity, and gave her another shot at fighting the powers that be, but doing it for him against the biggest stakes of all, in sort of resetting the balance of the universe. So just a little tale.
So basically she's a super badass warrior.
Oh, without a doubt. A spy, someone who knows the ins and outs of how to get the better of people or whatnot, and is now using that power for good on behalf of the All-Taker's noble rebellion to reset the celestial powers that mirror the opponents she faced in the mortal realm.
Olivia, can you talk a little bit about what you connected with on this character and what kind of traits and attributes really kind of drew you into her, either visually or about the character itself?
Well, as I went through the story, the thing that got me was that she was so betrayed. She was stabbed and thrown off of a cliff. That really got me pissed. And so I couldn't get past that. So I have a very angry woman here, and that's hence the Eviscerator. And I know she has a kindness and she really eviscerates only the ones that really need evisceration. But here we have her in the act and enthralled by her demolishing this human being. She's a shape-shifter. I said that, right? Shape-shifter, and so her tail, her one tail, her eel-like tail, split apart so she could strangle him, and she has a lot of blades around her tails, where she has totally demolished this poor sucker right here, who is just like, and he's a mess. And this is his heart. I mean, she just took everything. Skinned him. He's got a couple eyeballs that are popping up. Boy, I love doing that. See that?
Oh, look at that little eyeball like flying off there.
Part of her tail is coming through and right through the mouth. Revenge is good.
She judges thoroughly.
Oh, yeah.
There's an eyeball, guys.
Yeah, I didn't feel this at all.
Can you talk a little bit about the artistic process, what materials you used? Did you guys start with thumbnails? Did you have a composition in mind? How did this piece come together?
Well, he explained it to me, what he wanted, and really, to Tom, I think the colors, we use such a color man, that the colors of this world and the power that these colors have are so important. And so I made sure that we had this whirlwind of colors. And then I showed him a study of it, and it was kind of a messy study, but he...
They're downplaying the whole gag. No, it's awesome is because I can tell like the story and talk about the vibe and things like the color triggers that are a part of the Court of the Dead. We know that the sort of bright aqua blue is the beatific nobility sort of color of the underworld and their purpose. But when they get to business, sometimes their darker natures come to the fore. So the sprinkle of purple throughout is the color of sort of the mourner's destruction in the underworld, where they have to be careful to not be absorbed by their own, let their own energies get away from themselves. And the yellow just sort of, was a great sense of like, her kind of casting her judgment on someone in the mortal realm that she's sort of deciding on where they're going to go, and she's made her own call before even the Grand Justice, steps in ahead of her. So that's Gallivarbe kind of like sort of writes her own ticket on occasion or whatnot, and the all taker is sort of appreciates that sense of sort of self-determination that she's evoking, and especially when it's as well deserved, and knows that she is a fine judge of poor character.
I'd like to introduce the model that I chose.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna go talk with Sherry right
Sherry?
now. Sherry, come over here. Have you down.
Sherry Wheatley is a belly dancer. Her belly is dancing right now, but it's down here. Anyhow, so I just thought that she is incredibly beautiful, and I just thought she would be, the way her body moves and twists and turns, I just thought it would be perfect for this serpentine character. And she came over with our friend Tony Swatton, who supplied these incredible knives, these daggers, and she gave me these incredible poses. And I think at one point she said she was going to channel her inner Julie Strain, who is one of my favorite muses from the past. And I've got this vicious character from you.
How did you guys arrive at the pose that you picked for this? Did you go through a series of different poses?
I tell you, I just let her go. I tend to let the model do what they want. I ask for certain things, but I kind of don't want to pose. I want to get a real moment there. And as I exhausted her, she finally got angry.
And that's the moment you struck, right?
I had it. I went out of here. There we go.
What was going through your head as you were encompassing this character and finding this? I mean, it's a really awesome pose. It's so, I mean, you are eviscerating. It's so violent.
Yeah, it's a little Kali the Destroyer-esque, but I read as much as I could. I was really intrigued by all of the Court of the Dead characters, and I read as much as I could about this character to kind of get an idea of where she fit into the court and how she was different from the other characters. So I had that to kind of go on, and I knew that Olivia liked the fact that I was a belly dancer and that I was bringing something a little bit of a different element to the table in terms of how I imagined she might move. I teach a workshop, for example, called Predatory Belly Dance.
Awesome.
See?
Or
Solid
stalk your audience.
That's right.
Stalk your
I'll sign
audience,
up.
right? So I was like, this is perfect for that kind of energy, you know, and I like sort of like good-naturedly like terrorizing my audience with, you know, really like predatory eye contact and a lot of like big cat shoulder movements. So
And that's one of my favorite things about this piece is your expression with your teeth bared.
Yeah.
Did that just, how did that come about? Was that just like a moment, or did you have that in mind? What was going through your head?
Well, this is kind of a funny story too. I was telling Olivia what it's like to date in LA.
That picture just became very clear.
She said something along the lines of, well, you just tell the next guy, you know, that you date the skeleton behind you is the last guy you date.
That's right. That's right.
That's
So,
awesome.
and her face to me is a little bit like, this is getting maybe, you know, a little bit political, but I think that it's kind of almost like hashtag time's up.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of my inspiration too.
That's awesome.
To be honest. But and also just reading about the character, and you know, she's a reaper of souls. She's this fierce, empowered character. I really loved that aspect of it. I mean, they're all empowered. All of the Court of the Dead are all empowered characters, but this one, you know, distinguishes herself in that way, being the Eviscerator. You know, so. I didn't have a hard time channeling that. I don't know if that's scary. I had a performance once where this man came up to me afterwards and he's like, I didn't know whether to feel seduced or scared. And I was like, my job is done.
That is so perfect.
As Gallivarbe's a transformer, we'll have to get you in a water tank next and do some underwater shots. Maybe
I do want to paint her again in a more quieter moment.
Yeah, it's been interesting to read some of the feedback. Like I follow Court of the Dead and Sideshow Collectibles on Instagram, and also Olivia, obviously, and to see kind of the feedback of some of the hardcore Olivia fans being like, I love the direction that you're going. It's a little scary, to be honest with you. I haven't been able to get it out of my head because I thought, like, well, as an artist, that must be, you know, really incredible to hear too, is that, you know, it's this departure from, you know, the style that people most associate you with. And so that's kind of a, you know, I'm really over the moon to be, you know, part of the evolution of Olivia.
I'm thrilled to have you. I had the Banshee years ago.
Yes,
you know,
that's one of the first paintings I ever saw.
And she is in the same vein as this, sort of an inner scream, you know. And I thought that this kind of revenge, this betrayal, needed that. So, you were perfect.
Oh.
Awesome, awesome. Well, now we'd like to pick a winner. We're giving away our exclusive cure pen, which Tom is modeling for us so handsomely there. And we're going to let our Gallevarbe pick our winner. So if you could pick a number between 1 and 10, we will select that commentator from the gallery.
Okay,
so
between 1 and 10.
But yeah, drum roll. What's our lucky Gallevarbe number?
How about 8?
8.
Alrighty, let's find 8.
Well, Lacey's looking up number 8 from our previous live stream, Ryan Garcia. You're our winner, so please, Ryan, reach out to us at COTD Social and send us your name and email, and we'll send you a pin. And then our winner from this live stream is
Patrick Munkberg.
Patrick Munkberg. All right, please email us at COTD Social, and we will send you the Comic-Con exclusive cure pin. Again, we're at booth 5550. Come down, meet the team, get an artist proof print. There's just a few left, and they're signed.
And Sherry is going to be here. Stand up, Sherry. You ready?
Don't get costuming.
Awesome. Thank you. Prize